governors of the Southwest have taken upon themselves the responsibility of protecting the lives and properties of their people. They have for once decided to act in accordance with the Constitution of Nigeria. They have for once decided to take upon themselves the responsibility that has been given to them, with which they swore to defend and to protect the people. In Nigerian Constitution or in any nation, the leadership of any country or state or region is first to protect the people, 2, to protect the properties, 3, to create enabling environment for competitiveness and for prosperity development of these people. So in the last 50 or so years since Nigeria got it independent, there have been so many. I mean, the Nigerian state have evolved. But one thing that have grown with it, sad enough, is insecurity. Insecurity has really eaten so deep into the physique of our state. It has eaten so deep that lives have lost its value. That people now live with fear. Even the police are scared because they don't know what can happen to them in the next minute. The police in their offices have their generator tied down. They have their compound fenced round to avoid anybody coming into it. They have the generators tied down with which they produce electricity for their offices. They have it tied down so that it doesn't get stolen away. It is not my duty to discredit the police. The Nigerian police force are doing their best, but they can only do as much with the capacity at which they have. The population of Nigeria, if we want to go by the most recent projection all around the world, is 200 million people. And that 200 million people is being protected by 180,000 policemen. It's a shame. So they are just bearing the name force. Perhaps they have 200 million bullets, and that in their mind is protecting the people. No. You don't need to kill your citizens to protect them. I'm not saying there should not be arrest when it is necessary. I'm not saying there should not be punishment when people hurt. But the truth is, the capacity of the police, side by side, the population of Nigeria is grossly inefficient. It's far away from being good. So, and the police is owned by the federal government. So there is nothing in the Nigerian Constitution that says the state should not protect itself. So the Southwestern governors have actually, for the first time, worked with the Nigerian Constitution. For many years, they've worked for their pockets. They've worked for their own selfish interests, thinking alone about re-election. But how many re-elections are we going to do? The highest number of time you can be a governor is 8 years. If you get elected and get re-elected, then you go into history. Would it be better to get re-elected twice and your name flows away like a snake that crawled through a mountain, or a snake that have crawled through a rock without impact? Or would you want to put a foot in sand and leave a footprint for the next generation to come and see it, but it will have been washed away? But if you cast your footprint upon rock, generation yet unborn would come and they will see it there. And this is what the governors have done. They have decided to protect the Southwest. Upon this responsibility they have taken, it's not going to be very easy. It's a huge responsibility. Being able to project and to make budgets to be able to protect it is huge. Sustainability of this idea, according to IBB, is huge. So the federal government have to find in its constitution how they're going to support the states and the regions to be able to protect the lives of their people. To be able to protect the lives of their people without fear or favor. And this has to go directly into the state cover so that a wonderful idea like this, Amotekun, would be protected without who becomes the governor. Only then can he not become a political instrument of few individuals. Only then can it not become a tool for change of governance. The legislatures in all the southwestern states should go back to their drawing board, make laws that support Amotekun. They should draft out laws that will promote and establish Amotekun so that Amotekun can protect the lives of ordinary citizens who do not have guns to protect themselves. So that they can promote those men and women who are going into farms to farm so that me and you can feed. So that they can promote that market woman who was coming because she went to buy food somewhere, she got raped. She did not just get raped, her daughter got raped, and she got killed because she tried to protect her daughter. So that they can protect that old man who sits in his village, and the only thing he can do after serving the country meritoriously for 27 years and retired and decided to go into farming. And when he got into farming, his farm land was burnt. Not only burnt because of some headsmen trying to feed their cattle. He was also killed because he protested against this idea of destroying his livelihood. He was killed for it. So that people like this do not lose their lives for doing what they need to do to protect their lives. For doing what they need to do to get along with their day-to-day responsibilities. So that those children who are born into the interiors, who do not have the opportunities to go to be born in the urban area and in the city centers of Lagos and Ikeja, and between Mokola, Songo, and or between the city of Ondo, or between Akure Central, or between Ado Ekiti and all the major capitals of the state. There are those who live in Akoko. There are those who live in interior areas. There are those who live in Orin. There are those who live even beyond Orin Ekiti. There are those who live in F1 even beyond F1 There are those who live in Akbete, even in far back as Akinyele. There are those who live in Iwo, which is the capital for not the capital of Osun State. Osogbo is the capital of Osun State. But there are those who live only in the interiors, in the far villages, that maybe once in a week they see a car come pass through them, and the only livelihood they have is farming. It is a responsibility of the governor to protect their rights, and this is why Amotekun has come to stay. So I am begging the legislators in the Southwest to put their hands together, to work together and make the laws to support this. I'm reminding the federal government today to put the best of their lawyers together to draft laws that make sure in security infrastructures like Amotekun, it could be a Besu in the South. I don't know the name it's going to be called in the Southeast. I don't know the name it's going to be called in the North Central. Neither the name is going to be called in the Northeast or in every other part of Nigeria. But laws should be made into the Nigerian constitution by the National Assembly. It is the responsibility of the National Assembly to make sure laws are made so that the lives of the people can be effectively and sufficiently protected. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Martin Lawson's Show. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, all at Martin Lawson's Show. Comment, like, and share as many times as possible. Trust me, there are no stupid questions. All your questions will be responded to as much as possible. Please let us interact and build a better nation for ourselves. Thank you.